With this one, this is an anti-ambush weapon. It has fast rate of fire, giving it a lethal punch against unprotected infantry, as well as light vehicles. Like the AGS-17, it's becoming a common armament for light armored vehicles. Of course, this is the CIS-40 AFL grenade launcher. This was produced in the 1980s in the wake of the Russian AGS-17, but fired an American standard 1.57-inch grenade. Special longer range cartridge was developed for this automatic weapon, which gives it a useful range and has a relatively flat trajectory and cannot search behind cover to flush out any lurking infantry in the same way that a mortar bomb can with this high trajectory. So keep that in mind. Now, the country of origin here is Singapore. Calibre 1.57 inches. Blowback selective single shot or automatic fire is the operating system. Overall length is around 38 inches. The weight with the tripod is around 72 pounds. Feed system disintegrating link belt any convenient length. The muzzle velocity 791 feet. Weight of projectile 190 grams. Maximum range 2,405 yards. Rate of fire 350 RDS a minute. Here's one of my favorite, the M203 grenade launcher. I like this one. Now this was a single shot weapon which could be attached to attached beneath the M16 rifle, so that the man had both rifle and launcher in one unit. It's breech loaded by sliding the barrel forward to expose the chamber and loading the round from beneath. The barrel slides back and forth, and behind it is the trigger and self-cocking firing mechanism. Now, the original U.S. grenade launching weapon was the M79, so we upgraded from that. Country of origin, this was made in the USA. The caliber 1.575 inches. This was a single shot, self-cocking, about 15 inches overall length. The weight is about 3 pounds. Feeding system was the single shot hand loaded. Muzzle velocity 246 feet a second. Weight projectiles about 6.7 ounces, and the maximum range is 437 yards. So that's around almost 4.5 football fields. The rate of fire is 8 to 10 RDS a minute. Now, this assault weapon is actually a rocket-propelled bomb launched off the end of a standard M16 type of rifle. The warhead of the rocket contains plastic explosive, which plasters itself onto the target before detonating, which drives a concussion wave through the target, shaking off a large piece of the interior of the armor or concrete and turning it into a very destructive missile. Now this one is the Rifleman's Assault Weapon, RAW, RAW. This was made in the USA. The rocket diameter was around 5.51 inches. Rocket length 12 inches. Weight 10 pounds. 10 pounds and 4 ounces. Rocket payload 2 pounds 2 ounces. velocity at 200 meters, 240 feet a second. Time of flight to 200 meters, 1.9 seconds. Maximum range, 1,640 yards. Effective range, 328 yards. This rocket is spherical, but stabilized by offset jets, which give it the roll stabilization and that thrust that you want. B-300 light support weapon. This is a man-portable, shoulder-fired rocket weapon with field defenses. Armored vehicles or personnel can be engaged, for which different warheads are provided. It comes in two parts: the launch tube, which carries the sight and firing mechanism, and a pre-packed sealed rocket tube. The rocket container connects quickly to the rear of the launch tube, making the necessary electrical and mechanical connections. The empty rocket tube is removed from the launcher and a fresh one added for the next shot. If you can visualize that, the standard warhead is a shaped charge for armor. It's also a follow-through warhead, which blows a hole in the target and then launches a secondary missile into the hole. This was made in Israel. The caliber being 3.2 inches. Weight as fired, 17.64 pounds. Length as fired, 53.15 inches. Rocket weight, 6 pounds. Launch velocity, 885 feet a second. Effective range, 437 yards. Armor penetration, 15.75 inches, and that's at 65-degree slope at any range. The SMAW, shoulder-fired multi-purpose assault weapon. This is another man-portable rocket launcher with a variety of warhead options to use against various target types. It resembles the Israeli B-300 as well, due to the fact of the two parts: the launch tube with sights and aiming rifle, and the disposable rocket container. The spotting rifle fires a special .35 inches explosive bullet, which is matched to the rocket. The fires the rifle until he gets a hit, then holds the same aim and fires the rocket. The basic warhead is heat dual purpose, which can be used against light armor or hard fortifications, and is also a specialized HEAA anti-armor warhead capable of defeating main battle tanks. This weapon was made in the USA, caliber being 3.26 inches. Weight empty, 16.5 pounds. Length of launcher, 32.5 inches. Length is fired, 54 inches. Weight of HEDP, 13 pounds. Weight of HEAA, 14 pounds. Launch velocity, 721 feet a second. Effective range, 550 yards. Again, this is the shoulder-fired multi-purpose assault weapon, SMAW. Portable rocket launcher right on the shoulder. Good for when you're going out to the battlefield, and you can carry it around with you, because that is what the training was for when it's time for war. Now, this artillery comes out of Italy. It's the AP/AV700 multiple grenade launcher. It's pretty cool looking. I wouldn't suggest that you carry this on your shoulder, but it does. It's using a dedicated launcher, which gives a solid resistance to firing impulse and can be carefully aimed and adjusted, ensure the maximum effect from the grenades. It consists of a robust base plate with 3 barrels, adjustable for elevation and direction. or direction and elevation, however way you want to put it. Now, they're not the rifle barrels, but they are made with the central hole, which tapers from base to the tip. So, .866 inch exterior for NATO standard rifle grenades. Barrel length is about 11.81 inches. Weight is fired 24.25 pounds. The weight of the grenade is about 2 pounds. Minimum range 109 yards and a maximum range 765 yards. Again, that's the APAV 700 multiple grenade launcher. These is all the what I just got into was the light support weapons, but can pack a powerful punch.